initial test and the diagnostic test for atrial fibrillation is the ECG. Then now we will discuss what will be the finding in ECG. ECG, first of all, as we said that ECG confirms the diagnosis. There will be irregular ventricular rate, and inferior slide will show there is different RR interval in each beat, and there is continuously variation in the RR duration. So there is the irregular ventricular rate, absence of the discrete P wave. Either in the ECG there will be no P wave, or there will be the chaotic fibrillary waves, as in this example there is present this type of fibrillation waves. And there is we will discuss Ashman phenomena. What is this? As we see there, this is the long duration between the RR, then there is the short duration between the RR. In some ECG stripes there will be the after long and short there will be an abnormal QRS complex, as it appears like just like escape beats, but we do not call this escape beat. In atrial fibrillation we call this Ashman phenomena. Actually myocardium is in refractory period, but as atrial rate is increased, so ventricular rate abnormally show the QRS complex in as myocardium is in refractory period. So aberrantly conducting beats after long and short RR cycle is called Ashman phenomena. Heart rate will be the typically different in atrial fibrillation. Heart rate will be the 110 to 140 beats in most of the people, and rarely greater than 160 to 170. In uncontrolled it will be the 160 to 170, but most of the cases it will be lie between the 110 to 140 beats per minute. Atrial rate will be the 350 to 600 beats on ECG, as we can say this is in this atrial rate is very high. Other findings which can be present, as we know that atrial fibrillation can be present in other disease like congestive heart failure. There will also the left ventricular hypertrophy. So on ECG there can also be present left ventricular hypertrophy, bundle branch block findings, and intraventricular conduction delays. There also be finding of acute or prior MI. Here is a 12 lead ECG, and first of all we will see the rhythm, and every QRS complex is of different duration from the other. So this is irregular rhythm, and in case of regular rhythm we calculate heart rate by seeing the by looking at the big boxes between the RR. For example, from here to here there are approximately 2 big boxes, so we divide the 300 divided by number of big boxes. Then we will calculate heart rate, or in case for example in this case if we calculate it will be 150, but as this is the irregular rhythm, so we cannot calculate the rate by this formula. In this in the irregular rhythm we will use the formula number of R waves in 6 seconds multiplied by 10. So there is in this ECG I calculate the number of R waves in 6 seconds. There are 70s. One big box is equal to 0.2 seconds, and there will be the 30 big boxes which are equal to 6 seconds. So there will be heart rate, or in this, according to this ECG, the patient has heart rate 170 beats per minute. So one can diagnose atrial fibrillation on ECG by looking the irregular heart rate, irregular rhythm, and rapid heart rate. Now we do the brief discussion about how rhythm stripe appear on the monitor in the emergency department. In emergency, we see on the monitor rhythm. In this case, you will see that the RR complexes are on not equal duration. They are on different duration. Some has longer duration, some has short duration. So this is the typical finding in atrial fibrillation, that QRS complexes are irregularly placed. So rhythm is irregular, and you see the base is not equal, and there is no specific P wave, but there is the Fibrilli waves are present in this